Okay, so our video today is going to be about the 5 agents of evolutionary change. And the first agent is going to be mutation, which is changes in the DNA sequence. And they can be sudden, spontaneous, various in cells. They can lead to changes in the physical traits, and they can be either lethal or disadvantageous to the organism. And if they aren't noticeable, they're going to be called silent mutations. Okay, the second agent is going to be the genetic drift. And this is going to be the change frequency in an allele population, and it's purely based on chance, and it may occur because of some members that leave more offspring, and environmental events can also cause members to be wiped out.
All right, the next agent is gene flow. Gene flow is a transfer of alleles from one population to another. An example is migration. Causes other animals to be able to travel long periods to far destinations.
Okay.
It also causes reproduction of members of different populations. Good examples are plants, birds, and bees. Plants specifically through pollen, when the pollen goes through the bees, and the bees help the plant expand itself, go out throughout the world, and birds when they migrate. And it also through mixtures of our own races because of war and traveling nowadays. All right, up next is natural selection. And natural selection, it's usually where the better traits or favorable traits are more common within the species, and the unfavorable traits are less common within the species. An example would be a giraffe's neck. Obviously, you don't really see giraffes with short necks because it was a less favorable trait, because, well, it's through droughts, the leaves would be up higher, so through time, their necks grew. Another example would be a bird's beak. Certain beaks eat certain foods, and it's just throughout the regions where they live in. All right, up next is non-random mating. Non-random mating is mates are chosen based on phenotypes, and they ensure good genes are passed down to next generations. Non-random mating also implies that not all the members in a certain population will have the chance to have offsprings or mate. For example, the seals or penguins as well. Sometimes certain penguins miss the opportunity to mate or find or be able to have offsprings, just as the seal.
Okay, so we have disruptive, directive, and selective, and which is pretty much just going over how they differ. So disruptive is when a selection favors the extreme over the other extreme, and then it typically results in a change in mean over the value of trait under selection. And then directive is when a selection favors the extreme value over the intermediate value, and then the variance increases as the population is divided into 2 different groups. Then it plays an important role in speciation. Then for selective, it occurs when a selection favors the intermediate value over the extreme value, and it decreases in the amount of addictive genetic variation of the trait.